This thing of supply and demand, sir, it's garbage.
Yes.
It's pure retail garbage. Mr. Jing.
Good morning, sir.
What's up, man?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Finally, we meet. Jin.
Yes.
Okay, man. So tell me, I just want us to go straight into it. How long have you been trading and where are you from?
I'm from Luxembourg. It's in Europe. And I started trading last year, 2021, in late June, early July. And I started with the Steve Mauer videos, the BTMM videos. And I found you guys in, would say, early January. I got on YouTube as a suggested video.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, from then on, I watched all your stuff.
What do you think? What do you think so far?
I really prefer your guys' method, because I also realized that, especially with the level stuff, it's, I don't know, it doesn't not really work, I guess, because already I guess it's because of a lot of guys trade like that, and yeah, they can trap you with it. And especially also the first leg entry stuff, I think is very much better, because now that I went back also on some of my old trades, I saw that, yes, if I thought about it with your guys' method,
yes,
I would not have taken that trade.
The thing is, bro, I want us to just have a simple, logical conversations about the markets. I mean, think about if you were the market maker and then you were doing informations for like 10 years. And in that 10 years, there has been a lot of people joining in, trading the same informations. Now, you as the market maker, 10 years before, you were making money with the same information. But now there's people like me who's teaching, informations and levels and all that. And then are you telling me, if you were the market maker, logically, you won't go into these big groups? Because BTMM, bro, I don't know if you know or not, but BTMM is huge.
Yes.
If you go to Facebook and you type BTMM, or you go anywhere, bro, there's a lot of people inside a lot of big groups. So if you were the market maker, bro, like logically, wouldn't you enter inside of those groups and check how they are trading, and only to find out that people like me are teaching these informations and the people are making money? Wouldn't you start to say, nope, people are starting to make money and I'm losing money? Because remember, if people like me make money, you lose money. If I lose money, you make money, right? So wouldn't you change the concept just a little bit? Because sometimes here's what happens. Sometimes we would see a beautiful information and people would be like, okay, here's information. This thing works. They don't understand that if you are the market maker, bro, you are playing a very deep game. You are going to say to yourself, you know what? Let me not change everything. Let me just give them M there and there, but I'm going to make sure this M, they're only going to win one time, but they're going to lose 20 times with the same M they saw the first time. So what happens is people, they see this information, they take it, And then they're like, oh, this thing is the best M and all that. They made money. The second time they see the same M, and what do? They go bigger.
Yeah.
You understand? They go bigger
Yes.
because the first time they made money. So they're gonna say, oh, here's another information now. And then this is where they get chopped, bro. Because as the market makers, you as the market maker, Gene, you said to yourself, or you said to your friends, you know what? Let's not change this BTMM. Let's just change it inside. Let's not change it outside. Let's give them the M that they want to see with their eyes. And then the moment they see it with their own eyes, then the second leg forms. You're gonna say, oh, perfect, here's the second leg, and then they enter. And then you're gonna say, after M formation, I'm going to make a second leg, and then the moment they press sell, I'm gonna go up. Let me prove what I'm saying. I'm gonna show you something that's gonna blow your mind. Yesterday, Sam, I'm sure you know Sam, right? In the group.
Yes.
Okay. Sam was looking to take AUD formation. Here's information right here. It's still loading. Here's information, bro. This looks like a beautiful information. Because if you entered here, you made like 30 pips. But here's the thing, Gene. We know that most people, they don't know how to enter at the tops. So most people will be chasing it here. Most people will be taking it here. Some people will be taking it somewhere here. So they're going to be making somewhere like 18 pips. But now remember, Gene, there are a lot of people. It's not just you. It's you and millions of others. So let's say if you entered here and you made 30 pips, great. But here's what happens. You are going to type in the group that you are making money, and this is the perfect M. People are going to be seeing you in profit. They're going to see you when you entered here, and they're going to say, shit, let me enter somewhere here. Others, they're going to enter somewhere here. Why do you think the market makers just reversed like that? Sam was looking to take an M on this, and I was like, bro, don't. You are going to lose. Because we do not trade the M's. We do not trade the W's. Because if I shrink my chart right here, okay, think about this. Why was this information nice to look at? Because people are like, okay, the trend has been running up. So at some point it has to drop, right? Because what goes up must come down, right? Bro, market makers know stuff like that, man. What goes up must come down. What is down must come up. The market makers, they use that to kill a lot of people. And here's what happens. I say to my guys that do not look at one pair in isolation, because I am very big on fractional disparity. I'm very big on fractional disparity. Fractional disparity is the moving of one pair and the holding of another. Plain and simple. Fractional disparity is moving of one pair and holding of another. So if you're just looking at one pair and you're looking at M formation, oh, this is a beautiful M formation, you are losing because you don't know what's happening on the other AUDs and on the other GBPs and on the other Euro USDs. Let me give you an example. I hope I'm not going too fast. Can you understand me?
No, it's perfect. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Listen to me, man. AUD USD, it is a major pair, right?
Yes.
It is a major. Euro USD, it is a major pair, right? Okay. GBP USD, it is a major, right? What do these three things have in common?
The USD.
Correct. Now, check this stuff out. If AUD USD is at the high and GBP USD is at the high and Euro USD is at the middle, you need to think to yourself, okay, how is it that Australians and the Brits are at the top, but the Europeans are in the middle? What's going on there? Because if we are trading the highs and the lows, we need the majors, because the majors are the ones that govern the minors or the cross pairs, right? Like I think of the GU and EU and AU as parents, and they gave birth to children. Bro, you cannot look at Euro Swissy without looking at Euro USD. There's no way. It's like you are trying to trade the child without understanding the parent. You are gonna die, bro. Because in order for the pairs to move, they are dependent upon the parents. Who are the parents? The majors. The crosses are the kids, and then the majors, they are the parents. So in order for you to know where is the beautiful setup, you need to look at the majors first. The majors are your guideline that allows you to say, okay, GU is at the high. I don't like it as much, but damn it, look at GCAD. Damn it, look at Swiss. Because of GU is at the high, let's say, for example, GU is at the high and GU has no squeeze. But GCAD is at the high and GCAD has a squeeze. They are going to hold the major, the parent, and they are going to move Swiss, because Swiss has all the criteria that we are looking for. Let's just keep it plain and simple. If you are a parent and you have a son or a daughter or daughters, you cannot pick the side of your daughter. She's too young. She doesn't know anything. Or your son. They're still growing. They don't know what they are doing. But you as a parent, you know that, okay, here's the direction I'm going to set my kids to. But people, they just take any pair, any session at any time. Bro, London session is breakfast. That's the first thing. It's like people are trying to eat supper during breakfast. They are never gonna make it. That's why they don't make it. GU and everything that is paired with GBP, it happens during this morning, right? Doesn't it make sense to trade London pairs during London session? I see so many people take London pairs during New York session. Bro, that is stupid. Yeah. It's like you're trying to eat breakfast during supper. Bro, supper, there's supper food. Lunch, there's lunch food. Breakfast, there's breakfast food. Bro, you cannot eat dinner food during breakfast. You're gonna get so full that at the whole day you won't be working. You can't work efficiently or effectively because you ate the wrong food. You understand? So it's like, I saw that, oh, bro, like, focus on the things that move during London session. London pairs during London session makes all the difference in the world because they are the ones who move ferociously. Euros and the GBPs, they move crazy during London session. I've backtested this 1,000 times for this method or for this way of thinking, because logically it must make sense for you to take breakfast during breakfast time. It makes no sense for you to be eating cereal during dinner, bro. It's like when you go to sleep, you're gonna have so much energy. It's a problem. So what you need to understand is, before we can go into the setups and all those things, think about this, Jane. I don't want you to think about, okay, because you're in this Zoom session, let me show you the setups. That's not about the setups. It's about trying to understand the method, not the method, the system, the price action system, like what makes these pairs move. What makes them, before you can take an M or W and all that, how do they dance? How do they dance together, these pairs? Because most people, they don't know this stuff. So in the group, I always try to make you guys understand. I always post mindset videos, because most people are only focused on the physical part. They are only focused on the click, click, click part.
Mhm.
The click, click, click part, it comes later after you have understood, oh, the setup today, it is not on AUD USD, because Sam was looking at this for a beautiful sell. And I was like, bro, wait, look at the major of USD Swissy. USD Swissy is also a major. Why do you think I put these pairs like this? They are majors. U Swissy is a major, EU is a major, AU is a major, GU is a major. So GU moves with EU sometimes, but it moves with all the GBPs, because GBP USD controls all the other GBPs. That's how it is. So USD CHF, this is where it gets tricky. USD CHF is a major, but
Mhm.
Euro CHF is a cross.
Mhm.
So if you have USD CHF as a major, Euro CHF as a cross, and GBP CHF, what do they have? What do they have in common? USD Swissy, Euro Swissy, GBP Swissy. What do they have in common?
The CHF.
The CHF. So what happens is, sometimes you would see that GU moves with SGD and GCAD. But guess what? GU doesn't move with G Swissy. And then you will be like, what's going on today? I thought GU will go, GU and G Swissy will go down. But G Swissy is not going down. Why? It is because G Swissy is going to be moved by USD Swissy and Euro Swissy. So the Swissies that day are the ones to be taken. This is where it gets difficult, but it's, I don't want you to feel like, ah, shit, this thing is it's difficult. No, it's not. You just need to open up your mind and be logical.
Mhm.
AUD USD is a major. AUD SGD is a cross. So anything else like AUD NZD, AUD CAD, AUD, all that, those are the children. So I am looking for the parents. I'm looking to look at to see the direction of the parents, so that I can take the children. And it works all the time. In this scenario, I saw that, oh, remember one thing, this 800, people see this as an uptrend, right? Let's shrink it. If you see that the 800, the G spot is below, it tells you that the price action, the trend has been trending up. This is what Steve teaches us. I'm sure you know this.
Yes.
If the EMAs are below, the trend is up. If the EMAs are above, especially the G spot, if G spot is below, the trend has been up. So you don't need to go to 4 hours. That's why people are always shocked when I say, I don't look at the 4 hours, bro. I've never posted a chart where you see 4 hours or 1 hour. The EMAs, they let me know where I am at. So I don't need to confuse myself, or let me go to 4 hours. Let me go to daily time frames. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You need to understand the EMAs. So simply put, if you wake up in the morning, Mr. Gene, and you see that, oh, the first thing that catches your eye is the EMA, the G spot is below. You know the trend has been trading up. You know the trend has been up. So you need to say to yourself, okay, people, they've been taking up moves and all that. The downturn or the downtick is coming. So I saw USD CHF and I saw that it made a mid Lord Hob. Do you know what a Lord Hob is, right?
Yes, low of day have bands.
Fantastic. So if the thing is, Asia right now is not at the low right here, but it is still considered as a semi Lord Hob.
Mhm.
Because I know that they're going to make a stop hunt high and they're gonna crash the G spot. Why do you think they always go to this EMA and they crush it, bro?
It's because a lot of people trade as resistance.
Correct.
No, sorry, support, right here.
Support. So
Yes.
people see this and they're like, oh, this is a beautiful support. Okay, let's check this out. Let's make it practical. Let me go to annotate. This is not our setup, but it dropped. And look what it did. It pinned the G spot right here and it reversed up, right? Fantastic. People saw this and they were like, oh, this is a beautiful support. And look where he is. He's below 21 levels. He's like, oh, let me see. He's like 9. He's like on 9 on the TDI. Crazy. Yeah. So people are like, oh, this is the greatest support. So what happens? They buy. Others, they will make money here. Others will make money here. But most people are trapped late because most people, they don't see trend until it's too late. You understand? So they enter at the worst possible times all the time. So the moment they do that, the market makers, that's why they go up and then they go down again to crush it. And this is where people start to draw their trend lines here and be like, oh, this is the support. The moment they bounce again here, it's going to be another buy. Why do you think they always make it? It looks like a chop, but bro, it is artwork. Because when you look at the bounce here, this support right here, what people say it's support. This is not support, bro. It's nowhere on the support because the price has been dropping down. So if the price dropped down for us, because we don't trade New York session, we don't care what happened that day, like on the 17th of March. We don't care what happened. They did not offer us a stop hunt out of Asia and drop. So because they just came from the middle and then they dropped, we don't do anything. There's no trade for us. But guess what happens? The moment I saw that the G spot is below, is now in my face, I went to Euro CHF and I saw that, oh, if the major is close to these points making a lot hub, look at Euro CHF, look at E-Swissy. Check what happened yesterday. Remember on the GBP USD, are you on your charts right now?
Yes, I have one on my other monitor.
Okay, yes. Go to your GBP USD on the 17th of March.
Yes.
Do you see that huge drop, that huge candlestick? Bro.
Yes.
That candlestick represents that the market makers have finished killing people. Shorten this right here because I've put on the data that lets me go to like 1996. So my PC is a bit slow because of that.
Yes, I have the same thing. I also downloaded the data and it's way slower now.
Yeah, I think, do you have the data to go back?
Yes, but my broker still only allows to 2013.
Okay, I will send you the relevant data on the group.
Thank you.
Let's go to it. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart this MT4 quickly.
Yes, no problem.
Okay, there you go. Bro, look what happened on GU. These guys, man, the market makers are brilliant. I love them. Check this out. You have price, you have Asia. This is a price hug. You know what a price hug is, right?
Yes, that's when Asia touches the high of day or low of day.
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. All right. Now that you have the touches, you look at GU, or we look at GU making a touch high, and then we look at GBP SGD, Singapore dollar. Where is Singapore dollar at? How is it that Singapore dollar G and USD GBP, they both touched the high? What's that about? Here's the thing. The best of the best of the best setups, they come from the price hugs. So the moment I see the price hug or we see the price hug, your gene ears, they should pack up. They should be like super alert because something crazy is about to happen. So I was waiting for a stop hunt high drop, but here's what happened. This guy did not make a beautiful squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
This guy did not make a beautiful blood out, the right blood that I want. This is not the right blood. I don't know if you are familiar with the bloods, the blood types.
No, I only use the TDR you have below. I don't have another blood type, no.
Okay, there are a lot of blood types that I talk about on the YouTube videos. I think you need to go back. I will send you the relevant videos that you need to watch in terms of how blood should look like for you to know the trade is coming.
Okay.
So even if this guy is making a price hug, the blood is not out in the way that is going to be efficient for you to pull the trigger. So the moment I saw GU and I saw GBP SGD, I was like, okay, both of these guys, they're at the high. But now here's the distraction. I always want the EMAs to be below like this. And then they need to be separated. The EMA separation, it is when the first one, it is the poison, it is the dragon, it is the G-spot. The moment I see that the G-spot is the first one, the 800 is the first one that appears right here, that is a problem. The markets are going to chop. So immediately I know that I'm not supposed to be in on that setup or on those setups because the EMAs are not beautifully aligned. Because the EMAs, remember, they tell us where the retail traders are at. Because we are going towards where people are at. We're not going away from them. But now if the EMAs are all around price, you see the market is going to chop because the market makers don't know where people are at based on the EMAs. So if the EMAs, they are perfectly sequenced, perfectly aligned, you have the poison, you have the G-spot, and then you have the dragon. The moment the EMAs are like that, I know for a damn fact that the market makers are going to make a rush to crush. They're going to make as little bars as possible, and they're going to issue big candles as possible to kill all those EMAs. Because if the EMAs are below, people are thinking, oh, this is a beautiful support and we need to buy it up. The trend will continue going up. It will hit some kind of zone and it's going to flip back up. That's what people teach. So when I see the EMAs like that, I'm like, fantastic. I want to go against the EMAs. I want to go towards the same EMAs that you want to turn away from. So in this day, I did not see any reason for me to trade because the EMAs, they were not beautifully aligned. So right there, the GBP is a scratch. And then I looked at USD CHF. USD CHF, it was just a flat print. Let me annotate this. They just did, what is that? That is no setup of ours. And then they just dropped like this. This means nothing for us. If you were to ask me, yo, man, what is this? I will tell you straight up, bro, I don't know what this thing is. But on Friday, we saw that USD CHF right now, it has this G-spot, and this G-spot, it needs to be crushed. So since USD CHF, it is a major, we look upon it to look at the crosses, the children. So it's like the parents, they are just a monitor. They are just a guide. So we go back to this thing of the parents and the children. This is just a guide for you to know that there's a potential setup on the other CHFs. So when I saw that, I was like, Sam, forget about AUD, bro. We are not taking second legs here. Second legs are a trap. Oh, let's go up and then first leg and then second leg. First leg and then second leg. W formation, we go up, we make first leg, then we go back down, we make second leg. Bro, that is so old. It's so old, it's outdated strategy. The market makers, they have evolved, bro. They know how people think. They know that if people trade the same way, they are not gonna be flexible mentally. Well, you understand? They're always gonna be like trapped into this one-sided dimension of thinking. So the market makers, they need people to trade the M's and the W's so that they can continually be rich. Estimated, this market is gonna be like 10 trillion if it's not already in 5 years or 10 years time. As if 8 trillions is not enough. It's way more than enough. But when I saw that the G spot is trading below, I immediately went to eSwissy. And guess what I saw, bro? I saw that on GU yesterday, they made huge bars. But guess what? eSwissy did not make any huge bars. They were holding. And this is another setup, again, that makes people think, oh, this is a stop hunt high drop, right? So most people, they saw this, and then they saw this going up. Smart people, they said, oh, I'm going to wait for a stop hunt high drop. Bro, they both killed the people who bought, and they killed the people who sold in this scenario, because they made a price hug, and then they made the band squeeze during Asia. People were like excited. It's like, oh, I'm going to make money today because I know what the band squeeze represents. I know what price hug represents. So the market makers, they did not start off in the middle of the bands. They started from the bottom of the bands. The moment they start at the bottom of the bands like this, it tells you, bro, don't do anything, because the market makers, they need to trade inside of a tight squeeze range, but they need to come from the middle of the bands, meaning they need to come from the 50 level. You understand? They come from the 50 level. After they come from the 50 level, this is where they're going to pop to the high side to the 68 levels. But if they come from the bottom bands, those odds are going to be significantly decreased. Okay, the Zoom session, this Zoom is going to cut in 10 minutes. So if it cuts, I will send you another link, okay?
All right, yes.
Okay, so the moment they start to the moment they begin to the bottom of the bands right here, you need to think to yourself, bro, what are they doing? Because in my edge, or with my edge, they come from the straight middle like this. Let me show you. If these are the bands, the price must be right in the middle, smack dab in the middle like this. You must not touch. Okay, let me find a lighter color. You must not see him going to the low band, hugging it like this, and then he goes up like that. You have ruined the trade. So immediately when I saw that, I was like, Sam, please don't do anything, man. Like, guys, don't do anything. People are going to be killed right here. And that's exactly what happened. The market makers, they came from the low bands right here, and then they went up, making people excited. The BTMM traders, some people, they took it fantastic. They made money. They made like, let's see, 30 pips, bro. I'm not after 30 pips. As you've seen, we don't take those kind of pips. Because if you take a trade and the trade reverses on you, what does it tell you? It tells you that even though you took 30 pips, you did not understand the full game. Because the moment I see that I took this trade right here, and then the trade ends up below at the low, this means not only you made money, but your anticipation about the entire price action was correct.
Yes, I cut out, sorry.
Yeah,
Can you hear me too?
Yep, you were out for a second
All
right there. Okay. The moment I saw that this guy ended at the low like this, it should tell you, Mr. Jean, that not only were you profitable this day, but it tells you more that your anticipation was correct. Now let's go back to the 17th of March because I don't want you to be confused. The moment this guy starts from the low bands and he goes up like this, most people saw 30 pips. But how many people do you think entered late, bro? How many people do you think saw this big bar going down and then they were like, oh shit? There are millions of people, thousands of people saw this chasing this big bar. That's why the market makers, they have no problem paying 20,000 people or paying 20 million people if there are 500 people trapped down here and here and here and here. So they will pay you, Gene, if you were wise enough to enter here and you made all this thing right here. But what about the people who entered late, who saw this and they were like, oh shit, this is time for me to enter? What about those? Those are by the millions. That's why he leaves a big spike like this. That's why he leaves a needle. Why do you think that needle is there? It's not just there because they were short on supply and demand. This thing of supply and demand, sir, it's garbage.
Yes.
I hope you know that.
Yes.
It's pure retail garbage. When the market, they go up here and then there's there's a supply. And then when they go back, the market will retest and then there's a supply or I don't even know how this supply and demand works. But it's garbage. Because when I look at people's price action, I can see that you are just taking things that are in the middle of the range. You don't know what a high is. You don't know what a low is. So Steve made it so easy for us to understand that these blue tracers right here, those are your highs and those are your lows. And there's something I teach called range squeeze. Have you heard me talk about that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Range squeeze is when you see the low of the day and the high of the day being tight. Check, look at this stuff, bro. Like, this is crazy. Look, I want you to see something ridiculous, bro. On the 17th of March, or even if you can go back, whatever, look where the low is, the daily low. Look where the daily high is. This is the range of which the market makers are going to be trading at. This range right here. They're going to trade inside of here, right? But our setups, we need to take setups that are painting outside of the range. Then we enter outside of the range so that we don't get stopped out. Then the moment the market makers makes a shift inside of the range, we are out of danger. We are out of danger because we traded at the top, at the extreme zones. What is an extreme zone? An extreme zone is when the market trades above the HOD or below the low of the day. Because the moment he starts to get inside of the range, he left you at the point where he was manipulating price. So this is where your stop loss tends to become 7 pips. It becomes 5 pips. It becomes 8 pips. Unlike if you're taking a trade in the middle like this, you saw yesterday, I took it here because I traded like an idiot. I was too late because I had to take a dump. So when I came to my, I'm being honest, when I came to my terminal and I saw, I was like, oh shit. And then I just forced myself into taking because originally I would have entered right on the railroad track because I know they're going to crush this dragon and they're going to crush this poison. I knew it. I just knew it just by knowing where USD, CHF, the major, where the major was at. The major, they were going to crush this G spot. So because the major crashed the G spot, what do you think is going to happen to other CHFs? They're going to crash also. Look at GBP CHF. It went down. Look at E-Swissy. G-Swissy went down. E-Swissy went down. U-Swissy went down. So the setup, it was in the CHFs, bro. It was in the Swissy. They were manipulating Swissy with the major. So when I came back, bro, I was panicking. So I just said, you know what, fuck it. Let me enter right here. But you know that we don't trade like that.
Yes.
We don't. This is a bullshit way of taking. This even if you made money right here, this is not what I'm talking about, because you chased. You see, I chased, and I told them that, bro, I feel so bad about what I just did. I should have left the trade run, because I'm not here. I'm not hungry to take a setup. I just want to make sure that I am right and I'm trading correctly, as opposed to I'm making money. X trillions is not about making money, bro. It's about understanding the market makers, understand who you are trading against, who's taking the other side of your trades. When you enter your position to your with your broker, is your broker your friend, or is he your enemy? The spread, the bid and ask. If you are using a broker where its spread is always like this, the ask is here and the bid is here and it never closes, that broker is you.
Yeah.
So you always need to take a broker that has the tightest amount of bid and ask. Now, back to range squeeze. Range squeeze is the low and the high being so tight. I've never seen high and low be like 42 pips. Look at that. Look at that measurement. High and low, it is 42 pips. Bro, they were squeezing the range. They were trading inside of a small box. I knew the pop was coming, because the range is like, most of the time it's like 100 pips or 80 pips.